this is Srinivas here, and I'm a keyboardist. So I just thought I would give people who are interested in keyboards a basic overview. So what you see here in front of me is a keyboard, and it's manufactured by the company Korg. So now many people have this confusion of calling a keyboard Casio. So the thing is, Casio is another company similar to Korg, just like you have Yamaha and Roland. So the instrument per se is actually a keyboard. It's not the brand name. These are the companies which manufacture the keyboard. So usually for beginners, it's good to go for a Yamaha keyboard, since you have certain features which will help you with the learning process. So what is inside this keyboard? It's all electronics, nothing else. And what is electronics? When you open your desktop computer, the CPU, which we used to have, nowadays those are integrated with the monitor, but inside the CPU you would see a set of chips and a lot of electronic components. So these chips are basically used for storing two things when it comes to a keyboard. One is the sound and one is the style. So the sounds are usually either sampled or recorded from an instrument and then stored in the keyboard, so that you can play the same sound or the same voice on your keyboard. So that is as much as the keyboard is concerned. Now, what do we need to know in order to play whatever we have to on a keyboard? So the first thing which you need to know is about the set of keys which are present here. So we have 61 keys here, which is usually the standard for keyboards manufactured by any company. Now, like I was saying, when you want to play something, you first need to decide on what key you are going to begin the thing with. So that is when we consider knowing about what is a scale. A scale is nothing but a set of keys which will enable you to play a song on the keyboard. So we have two categories of scale. I'm not going to in depth into this. So one is the major scale and one is the minor scale. So in the major scale, let us take the simplest example. So the simplest example would be the key of C. Now I'm going to select my sound first, which I was talking about earlier. So I'm going to select the grand piano and I'm going to select my scale as the key of C. So then I need to decide whether I need to be playing the major scale or the minor scale in the key of C. So the major scale is nothing but a set of 7 notes beginning with C and ending in B. There you go. So what happens after that is the same set of keys repeat. Now what I played here was 2 octaves in the scale of C, in the scale of C major. So what is a minor scale? Minor scale is usually used for a number of songs which you would want to dance to. So in the key of C, let us try out the C minor scale. So what happened here was, in the major scale, this last note is E. So instead of E, we are going to be using the black key which is just below the key of E, which is referred to as the third flat note. Similarly, instead of the sixth note, which is A, we are going to be using A flat, and instead of B, we are going to be using B flat. Now let us try the C minor scale. That is the minor scale. That is the simplest minor scale which we use. So let us try playing something which would involve selecting a style and which would involve using the scale of, say, C minor. So many of the songs you get to hear these days are songs which people would like to dance to. So one particular pattern which is usually what you hear inside a music DJ club or anything is the techno pattern. So I'm going to be playing the style first, and then I'm going to be playing a chord. A chord is nothing but a set of notes which kind of convey the emotion which you are trying to play. So I'm selecting the style, and the tempo is preset. It is at 140 beats per minute, which is kind of it falls in the same range which would be used for a techno pattern. So let us begin by playing just the style, and then we go to the chords. So I'm going to start this style now. What was I playing? Like I said, I played the style first, and then after a certain number of bars, I'm going to play a chord, and I played the chord of C minor. That is the C minor chord, and usually the progression starts with the bass chord, which is C minor. Then you could use the two other important chords in the scale of C minor, which is A flat major and B flat major. I'm going to add one more chord other than these three, so that we get a set of 4 chords. I am using an even number of chords since this is kind of distribution. So the last chord which I'm going to be using is G minor. So now let's try using these chords. I'm not using my right hand at all. Just the style and the chord. You don't need to do anything else. So here we go again. So I used all the 4 chords, and I played a certain number of bars which sounded like a particular track you could play on your keyboard. So some of your keyboards might have variations in the style which can be used. Again, you don't need to make use of your right hand, just your left hand is enough. So I'm going to change the variation so that you can play for a longer period of time. So let's start again. So I played for a more number of bars this time by using the variation in the rhythm pattern. Rhythm is just kind of synonymous with the style you select. So this was kind of a basic introduction to keyboard playing and how you play the techno pattern. If you have any comments, please do write, and I'll probably see you back when I come up with something more next time. Thank you.